Let's call the meeting to order and do roll call.
Peterson here.
Dukniak here.
Grosvenor here. Say the pledge. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. We don't have anything for item 2, so let's go on to 3 and get an approval for our minutes from March 19th.
So moved.
Second.
All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Motion carried. We have our voucher list. Need a motion to approve that.
Move to approve the voucher list.
Second.
Okay, motion made and second. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Motion carried. Water system performance. You doing that tonight, or you doing that tonight, or? Pardon me?
Yes, so Mike's on vacation this week. Glenn Beardsley's here, and do you have anything to?
Transmission main in front of the tower is complete, but not accepted yet. Thursday, I think they started the driveway in the laydown yard, which just went by and have stone much of that in. They did not start digging on the foundation. Water main tentatively for that will be next week, the following week. So about another week they'll start the water main on site.
So I'll piggyback on that. So for the water main contract, we signed a change order last month because the requirements when we went to construction are different than the requirements when it was designed. So it had to go 4 foot deeper under the wetland. So we went through and figured out cost, increased cost. We put a change order in, and the contractor went out there. That extra 4 feet, he encountered completely different soils. Like it was basically non-existent, almost how to describe it, but more of a
Colloidal sand and water.
yeah. So we are working on another change order for the exact same issue. Been negotiating quite a bit on how to do that. Having said that, also on the tower site, started doing some digging, just to get the site prep and basically the place where the driveway is going to go failed the test. Matter of fact, they got their dump truck stuck. So I've never heard of somebody getting a dump truck stuck on a test like that, but it happened here. So Bill and I spent quite a bit of time on the phone over the past few days trying to figure out how we can minimize the damage, but again, changing conditions, we're trying to figure out that. So off the bat, we're going to have a couple of change orders. I'm going to have to start looking ahead and seeing how we're going to finish up the project in our budget. It's a discussion.
You're gonna have to tear it up and put a more solid.
Well, we talked about that, but I think if you start digging out soil, you may get into what the water main did. You'll just find worse soils underneath it. So, fortunately, the finished grade is substantial, like 1.5 feet, I believe, higher than the existing grade. So they had PSI, a geotech firm, go out and look at it. They recommend basically just put really large stones down the existing grade and kind of build up from there. So I think that's the cheapest way out of the mess, but we'll try to figure that out.
They were running on out today. We did remove one hydrant on the transmission project. Save a little bit there.
Proof roll test is what I was trying to think of.
And then, yeah, Billy, it's been quiet. Meters are picking up. We're getting meters changed out. And we did replace one hydrant in front of our shop. It's one we use for our bulk water sales. Tried to fix it numerous times, but it was just a low grade. And we leave that on all summer. It's charged, so we don't need to be leaking water when we're trying to sell water. So it wasn't an easy dig because we have so much fiber in front of our building, but there was another option.
Speaking of water leaks, we'll get to the M.E. Simpson contract in a little bit, but fire department, as promised, did provide to us the number of times that they turned on and off a hydrant last year. Every time they pull up to a site, they turn it on, turn it off, and we made an assumption for how many gallons that typically is, and so we're going to add that to it. So it didn't move the numbers a lot on our spreadsheet, but it a little bit helps, and we can start tracking that.
You want us to jump to new business?
Why don't you do the unfinished C, and then we can jump to new. I don't think A and B will take us very long, but that'll help Dan.
Do we have anything for closed session?
So I can tell you that for unfinished A, very, very briefly, but I do for the Oak Creek issue. For the Raymond issue, I can tell you what I know and if you want to go.
You want to just follow the agenda?
Yeah, just follow the agenda.
Okay, so unfinished business. Also, public water supply to Franklin 2024, the board may enter closed session pursuant to Wisconsin Statute 19.851E for delivery upon information, terms, and provisions of the potential provision of public water supply to the city of Franklin as related to the city of Franklin Municipal Water Utility and its customers in 2024 and beyond, and the potential negotiation of terms in relation thereto, including but not limited to potential amendments to the agreement for Oak Creek to provide water and wholesale to Franklin, potential agreement terms with alternate public water supply sources, including but not limited to the city of Milwaukee and the Milwaukee Water Works, financial analysis study of long-term water supply, and the investing of public funds and governmental actions in relation thereto for competitive and bargaining reasons, and to re-enter open session at the same place thereafter to act as matters deemed appropriate. Need a motion to do that?
So moved.
Second.
By roll call,
Peterson, aye.
Picnic guy.
Shabilsky, aye.
Grosvenor, aye. Now, we need to go into closed session for item B.
I'll tell you what I know, and if you want to go into closed session and talk about something, you're welcome to, but I can tell you that both, which is the acting engineer for Raymond, they've given them a report as far as different options to get water and sewer. Raymond has engaged Eilers, or getting ready to engage Eilers, and the town is probably going to take another 2-3 months to weigh all the options and decide what they want to do. So that's all I know. If you have questions and want to discuss issues, we can go in closed session and I can relay those over, but if not, I think you can go to the next item.
Okay, no questions. We go to item C. Authorize amendment to Applied Technologies for the design of South Lovers Lane water main from St. Martin's Road to 8120 South Lovers Lane in the amount of $18,100.
This was on your agenda last month, but it had a title that was somewhat vague as exactly what is turning the design loose. So that's why it's on the agenda again this month, same format. Appreciate a motion.
So moved.
Motion been made in second. All those in favor say aye.
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 Motion carried. New business. Item A, agreement with M.E. Simpson Company to provide water distribution system leak detection program.
So M.E. Simpson, I have to thank you. I've known these folks for going on 30 years. They're based out of Indiana, but they've kind of stretched out over the country, many parts of the country. They did a good job for us. I want to say it's 4 years ago. They came in and basically listened to a lot of the services. They found a lot of leaks that we dug up and fixed. This is a follow-up to the trying to get our water loss down below 20%. So to meet the budget, we had to take out, I want to say it's like 36 miles of pipe, and we took out the newest section. We find a lot of things, we may go ahead and do that again next year, just put that in the budget. But I believe it's 154 miles, but this is 156? 150 something miles of pipe. Some metallic, some plastic. Plastic costs more per mile because when the devices to listen for leaks doesn't carry through plastic as well. It'll take some more time to do that. So hopefully we find some of the mother lode, where we're losing lots of water that we haven't been able to figure out when we drive around. We feel like we have a pretty tight system, but the numbers show otherwise. So again, we're trying every effort to audit our numbers, and this is one thing at least can find physical leaks if they're there. So like a recommendation, go ahead and sign the contract. I will tell you that Jesse expressed some concerns to me on some of the way the specifically certificate of insurance was written, and so I tried to follow up with Amy Simpson and haven't been able to get that straightened out. So if you approve it, I would appreciate a subject to technical details on, especially in regards to insurance.
And the standard form contract used has the city signing, not the water user. That's what's included.
So I have 2 copies in my computer. One's for the water utility, one's for the city. This is the first time it's been noted that a contract for the water utility talks about the city therein. So a few places we need to change
The water user.
the water utility.
Okay. And I believe the same is true on the insurance provision and in the certificate of insurance. It says city.
We've used it multiple times, but this is the first time it's been. So we'd like to, if you're okay with the contents of the contract, if we could work it out, those changes.
So, motion to approve subject to attorney review.
You gotta talk louder.
Technical corrections.
2 potential changes to the insurance provision and execution provisions as stated by the city engineer at this.
So moved.
Second. Motion's been made and second. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Motion carried.
Thank you.
Item B, a resolution amending the 2024 budget for the water utility fund to provide additional water tower structure appropriations with the water tower design in the amount of $18,100.
This is to cover the agreement. Make a motion to approve.
Second. Hearing.
Motion's been made and second. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Motion carried. Item C, a resolution amending the 2024 budget for the water utility fund to carry forward water tower structure appropriations associated with the water tower project in the amount of $7,673,366.
This is just a budget forward the unused funds from 2020.
I should also note that with the new water main project, the ARPA funds, Common Council decided to use the ARPA funds to stretch over into the other section of the water main. So we're having to do the math to make it.
I don't have the budget in front of me, but I assume the budget was money carrying forward project.
Yes.
So moved.
Second. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Motion carried.
Yeah, we didn't do it twice.
Yeah,
Yeah, looked it over.
I didn't look over it. I didn't look at the budget.
Okay, item D, first quarter water utility financial statements.
Ran all the utility billing that was sent out at the end of March. Everything will be in a good financial position. Our revenue is a little under, however, according to the water usage estimates, we're right on track. Our pilot is roughly $100,000 less this year, which is good for the expense side. We still have that anticipated $7.5 to $8 million water project that's in the works. However, we have some restrictions regarding the bond that we took out for the water tower project. It's got to be spent in a certain amount of time, so we've been working on making criteria bond and the spend down. So we're working on that, but we're going to use the bond proceeds before we use any of the cash on hand, which is why you'll see that we still have an amount of cash $9 that will decrease as we use that to pay for the water tower project. Other than that, I've got it here if you guys have any questions.
What is our total pilot payment?
Huh?
What is our total pilot payment for the city?
For the water tower project? What
No,
is it?
for the city, for overall total pilot payment that we,
900.
almost $1 million.
That will go up when the tower gets up.
Just point that out. I like
Right. Yes, if questions otherwise.
You think that the actual, if the sales are pretty much right on revenues off its most wastage?
Yep.
Not the mix of, not the mix of rates.
No. No, I was looking at that before I got it. And then that's what it's that's what it's been in past years, is that first quarter is really hard to determine revenues.
Any other questions? The next item on the agenda is adjournment.
Move to adjourn. Second.
All those in favor say aye. Motion carries.